What's up, guys? This is Komodo Ninja here, back with another video, and this one's going to be about the some exercises that you can do to strengthen your wrists, shoulders, and core. So this video will be explaining those these things. So I'm not gonna try not to talk too much, so that way we can get straight into it. But the key thing here is, guys, you don't want to just jump into it, because these exercises really help to get your wrists and your shoulders, used to your body weight. So the heavier you are, of course, it's going to be a little harder, because your wrists and your shoulders are going to be supporting more weight. So with that being said, like I said, if you're heavier, like I said, it's going to be harder for you, because for me, I'm 205. I'm in between, I bounce back and forth between like 205, 207, back in there. So for me, it's a little harder because, like I said, more weight. But anyway, like I said, we're going to go and get into it. So, let's see. Let's sit this down right here so you guys can see what I'm doing. But get this right here. All right, so main thing is, we're going to start off with, I'm going to just say, stretching. You got to make sure before you do any workout, take at least 10, I would say 10 and 15 minutes to stretch, because see, stretching, it helps with, relieving a lot of that tension and a lot of that pressure and everything, within your muscles and stuff. And plus, it helps your muscles get, warm and get them ready for what you're about to do. So there's a few stretches you can do before you get into it. Is you can either sit or stand, doesn't matter, but you stretch your wrists like this. Simple. You guys can see what I'm doing. Just a couple seconds, forward, up and down. Of course, what you do to one side, obviously you gotta do to the other side. So, what I'm saying, just take a little minutes. And like I said, as I'm doing this, I will say, if you want to, you can fast forward through all the, stuff to get to the actual workouts. So you want to make sure you roll them. These, like I said, again, this is just what I do. I'm pretty sure there's other videos out there, people tell you to do different stuff. This is just what I do, to help get my wrist ready for what I'm about to do. Get them warmed up and everything, get them ready. Also, too, what I do, I'll kind of put my hands about shoulder width apart, and I'll just kind of lean forward a little bit with my hands flat on the ground. I kind of lean forward a little bit just to get a nice, good stretch in this area, the back. So you see it from the front. Now I turn sideways so you guys can see. You just kind of get down on your hands and knees, and then you just want to lean into it a little bit, just to stretch, get that. You'll feel a nice deep stretch. Hold it for a couple seconds, and then back. All right, so after you stretch, do all that, stretch your shoulders, all that. So I'm gonna take a few minutes here to stretch for a little bit, get myself warmed up, everything. All right. So once you get good and stretched, I'm gonna start with first exercise you can do that goes into working on the handstands, is getting your body weight getting your wrist used to your body weight. So first thing you do, I'll show you what this look like. So you kind of put your body in like a triangle position, basically. So it's gonna look something like this right here. So you can get here, get back a little bit. Anyway, so You're gonna get up all fours like this, and then you're gonna go up like so. You're gonna walk like this, so your body will be like in a triangle position. And what you want to do, you're gonna be on your tiptoes, so it's gonna look something like this, and you kind of just want to hold this, like lean into it a little bit. Of course, your head's down, and you want to lean into it a little bit and just hold it. So in between 15 to 20 seconds, just hold it. You know, I'm not going to sit here for 15 to 20 seconds. I'm just demonstrating, showing you what it looks like. So you can do that exercise. I'll just gonna say that that exercise will help you get used to, help your wrist get used to a little bit of your body weight, right? Because I'm still in the process of doing these workouts myself. So like I said, you know, I'm in the process of learning the handstand. So I'm sharing this with you guys so you guys can see it too. So you have that exercise. And then you also have, and if that's too hard for you, you can do the same thing, but instead of going up so high, you can do it about right here, and then kind of lean into it too, like that, instead of from here. This is a little bit more advanced, but you can be right here, you know, and then lean into it like that, then back down, then back up, then back down. So, and then next exercise you can do, it'll be in the same position, but you will do shoulder taps. So this also too will help. It's be like alternating, right? So this will help your shoulder, and also too when you do that workout, you're gonna feel it a lot in your shoulders, and you're also you're gonna feel your wrists probably have some tension on. Like I said, if you're heavier, it may be a little harder for. If you're lighter, it'll be a little easier. Overall, it's still hard. It's a hard movement, but it will help strengthen your shoulders and your wrists. And the more you do it, you create muscle memory, and eventually you'll be able to do it with no problem. So, shoulder taps. Again, same position, up in the triangle shape, and then here, and then shoulder taps, like that. And see what this does, by alternating each arm, it's the same thing as doing push-ups and you kind of doing shoulder taps. Basically, it's kind of just helping, again, your shoulders and your arm get used to a little bit of that weight. Now, you can also go to a little bit more advanced, and I'll put that in another video of doing pike push-ups. That is something, too, that will help strengthen your shoulders. If you guys don't know what that looks like, I'll show you real quick what a pike push-up looks like. So again, same position. In here. And then shoulder down. And then up. And then up. So so with a movement like that, that is going to, and at least with those, you at least want to make sure you want to at least do, I'll say, in between 10 to 12 reps of that comfortably before you proceed on into the other stuff, right? So these workouts also will just help strengthen your shoulders. Like I said, mainly getting your wrists and shoulders used to that weight. Also, too, you can do shoulder workouts, you know, of course, like your standard. You got shoulder press, barbell press, all that stuff to help strengthen those shoulder muscles too. But overall, one of the biggest things is with being like that, it's harder because you're upside down. So, you know, you got blood rushing to your head, you got all this stuff going on in your muscles. Like immediately when you go up into that, you get into that movement, that position, it immediately hits your shoulders and your wrists. Automatically, shoulders and wrists get targeted, like 100% they get targeted. And you see, I'm sweating, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, you see I'm out here, I'm doing it. Like I told you guys in the last video I made, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be learning handstands with you. Or y'all can learn them with me as I'm learning them, and y'all will see my progress as time go on. So Like I said, that way you guys see this is real, and you see I'm not out here faking it. You're gonna see me sweating, you're gonna see me struggling. All right. So that being said, some other exercises you can do to help strengthen your core. Let's see here. See this right there. So of course you can do your standard plank. If you guys don't know what a plank is, obviously, you probably did some middle school, back straight, of course, stomach off the ground, and you hold yourself like this. Hold it for, maybe if you can only do 5 seconds, do 5 seconds. Do 10 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever you can do it. Do it for a little bit, hold it, and then back down. Rest for a couple seconds, and back up. And these things, like I said, again, I'm showing you everything I do to help strengthen my core. That's one type of exercise. Other exercise you can do. I'm gonna get this out of my way. Be honest. Out of the way. All right. All right. So you will lay on your back, and you can do what's called scissor kicks. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So lay here, straight, a little bit, and then feet off the ground, slightly off the ground, and you wanna right here, just like that. This will help target your core. These, or you can do these. Same thing. There you go. Got your bicycle kicks. Got your leg raises, all again, like I said, again, with same movement, feet slightly off the ground. I usually put my hands up under, like maybe right up under my butt area, maybe like right above it a little bit, kind of like at the back here, lower back area. Put my hands right there just because it's comfortable. Right here, and same thing. Whew, man. All right, so those are a few exercises you can do, and there's like many others that you can do. Also, too, I do have, let's see here, so I got two dumbbells here, two little simple 15-pound dumbbells to show you guys something. So again, going back to the shoulder workouts, stuff you can do to strengthen your shoulders. You can do same time, you can do same or just alternate, one at a time or whatever. So of course you got your regular shoulder press. And of course, other side, same thing. Or you can do both at the same time, either or. You got those shoulder taps I mentioned. Also too, for your wrists, for those, you have your regular wrist curls. So if you guys don't know what a wrist curl is, it's simple. You got the underhand grip on the dumbbell here, so you guys can see, and you just want to, as you can see here, you just curl up. You ain't got to get nothing super heavy. You ain't got to get no 30-pound dumbbell, 20-pound dumbbell. You don't need all that. 15-pound dumbbell is good enough. It helps strengthen your flexors, forearm, and doing this strengthens your wrists. I do these myself all the time. So you do these, of course, like what you do to this side, you do the other side, obviously. So you got the underhand wrist curls. Then you have the, I'm just going to say overhand, same thing. You can let it rest on your leg. You curl up, same thing. Now you can do these standing up too. And I'll show you what that looks like quick. Standing up here, and you Same thing. And then of course the other way. And then you can alternate those however you want to do it. But honestly, training the wrist, it's really simple, man. It ain't nothing hard to it. It's just simple stretching and then wrist curls. Like I said, you got shoulder taps, shoulder press. For abs, leg raises, you can do, I mean, so many ab workouts. The little few workouts I showed you, you can do those. And then all those workouts will help you get to a handstand. Now, to be honest with you, this is a little bit just jumping, you know, off to the side here. But what I have so far is what I can do so you guys can see where I'm at. Since I've been talking a lot as far as like workouts and stuff. But where I'm at now is I'm just going to call, I don't know the fancy term for it. I'm just going to call it the frog stance is what I'm going to call it. And basically this is what it looks like. This is where I'm at right now as far as one day I'm going to try it. But going to from a push up, I guess, to a handstand. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here. Well, see, that was a struggle there. But I don't know if you guys, I tried just a little bit, try to lift my legs off of my elbows, but that's just jumping into, you know, trying to go, instead of going from using a wall, but instead of using a wall, that was just trying to be from that position to push up into a handstand. But that's too advanced. I'm not there yet, but I will be. So you guys stay tuned. Like, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to post more videos of doing more workouts pertaining to the similar ones you've seen here. And we're just going to keep it going, man. Like I said again, I can't post much. It's hard to post. I mean, I can, but like it's hard because, you know, my kids are up, they're running around. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I have to wait till they go to bed, and once they're in the bed, I can do what I need to do. You know, I can post so you guys can see my progress, see my struggles, my failures, and we just gonna get stronger together, man. We're gonna do this, we're gonna learn it. Don't know how long it's gonna take us, but you guys keep watching, and I'll see y'all next video. Peace. Y'all be safe.